Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we are going to talk about our latest addition to our inventory, and is it a beauty? A 1976 Cadillac Eldorado Convertible. Ooh, give you all the details in but a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about one of those iconic cars that in 1976 was supposedly the last of the American-made convertibles, none other than a 1976 Cadillac Eldorado Convertible. Talk about a beautiful car. You are going to want to watch the details on this by watching the entire video. We'll do a startup, we'll do a walk around, give you all the details of this really iconic car. That's what I would have to call it. So you can also click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website, all the information, pricing and information on this car, plus have access to our over 100 additional vehicles we currently have on our sales floor. And our sales floor is a diverse group of cars and vehicles, to say the least, everything from the 1920s all the way up into the 2000s and beyond. So if you're looking for a specific car, are you looking for your first classic or collectible or your 100th, odds are Ellingson Motorcars probably has that dream car sitting on our sales floor right now that could be in your garage. Just remember that when you watch the video and look at all our inventory. Yes, we do have a really beautiful one right here. 1976, Cadillac produced 14,000 convertibles. They had spread the word that this was going to be the last of the full-size Cadillacs and whatnot, and the last of the American-made convertibles. The general public went crazy. This was one of those cars a lot of people wanted. It was something that they wanted to get their orders in, and Cadillac said, well, that's just what we're going to do, and once that's done, that's how it is going to end up. The very last car, of course, ended up in the historical hands of Cadillac themselves, wanting to keep that known as one of their last convertible at that era. 1976, talk about a busy year for everything in the country and the world. You know, the American Centennial, everything was geared towards that. I mean, the spirit of 76 was everywhere. And I tell you what, if you had a 1976 Cadillac Eldorado Convertible, you were the top dog in the neighborhood. I mean, talk about a car that was in demand for parades, homecoming, or whatever. This car was an absolute beauty, and I'll tell you what, it came with every conceivable option you could almost dream of in 1976. Not to mention the fact that it was the last year of the 500 cubic inch engine. Can you imagine that? Over 8-liter engine. I'll tell you what, the European people thought that, oh my gosh, that's an incredibly big motor. Yes, but this car weighs over 5,000 or very close to 5,000 pounds. That's an awful lot. But Cadillac was known to have all the beautiful luxury automobiles, and this is no exception to the rule. Beautiful car in every sense of the word. Chrome is exceptionally nice. Beautiful bright red paint. I mean, you want to talk about a standout in a crowd. You come pulling into the neighborhood with this car, you're going to draw attention every place you want to go, needless to say. Beautiful set of nice radial tires, of course. Radial tires was one of the biggest improvements on all these old cars in the era. Whatever, just makes for a nicer ride, it gives better gas mileage. Everything that the radial tires and the thin white wall with the full wheel covers was something that was just very appropriate for 1976. But let's take a look at the inside of the car as well and start looking at, oh my gosh, it has every, like I said, every conceivable option you can think of. Obviously, power steering is one of those first things that they all would come with. Power disc brakes all the way around, 4-wheel disc brakes on this car. Then they started to just look at all the extras that they wanted to do. You've got cruise control, you've got power seats, you've got power windows, you have tilt, you have the telescoping steering wheel, you have, like I said, AC, power door locks. I mean, leather interior. This thing is just, like I said, when they wanted to go out with a bang for that last convertible, they certainly did it. And here is a great example. Very well taken care of automobile. Beautiful condition all the way around. The paint is really nice. The black leather interior shows minimal wear. The inside is exceptionally nice. Love the dash, everything is good. Like I said, the only thing that I can see that doesn't appear to be quite as stock, it looks like it has an aftermarket stereo. So there you go. You got a CD player, I believe, in the trunk, so you can still play your favorite tunes. Disco would be pretty big in 1976, at least to start, as I remember. No, it is one of those cars that is just really, really an excellent example. If you're looking to add a Cadillac to your collection, always wanted a full-size convertible. Boy, I'll tell you what, we've got one heck of a nice car sitting right here. Now you can find all our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and now TikTok as well. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much. You'll find all the information on this car, our current inventory, and as an added feature, you can find information on cars we've sold over the last several years as well. So if you have time to check out those websites, I'm sure you'll enjoy them immensely if you're an old car lover, as most people watching this video probably are. One last thing I forgot to mention on this, it does have the fiberglass parade boot. Now that was really a nice thing to do, because when you had people sitting on that back of the seat or whatever, that protected your mechanism and the soft top, which you really wanted to protect. You know, people sitting on them could cause some damage, whereas you got the hard boot on there, never have to worry about that for but a moment. And talk about room in the trunk. Oh my goodness, you can get at least two sets of golf clubs in the trunk on this car. I mean, you could go to the club easy. Think of the trip you could take in this car. I mean, this is talking a road car. Go across country, lots of room for all your suitcases in the trunk. Power top, of course. I mean, don't even have to mention that, but it's just one other additional option that these cars came with. It was Cadillac's top of the line. There was not a car that you could get that would be higher in the food chain for Cadillac. Now, if you're like me, you're going to say, you know, I really love the video, Scott. It's great. It gives us lots of information, shows lots of details, but I'm kind of a stickler to come and look at it in person. By all means, we'd love to have you come to Ellingson's. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So want to come down and say, I really need to see it in person before I make a purchase of this sort or whatnot, or I just want to look at it. Plus you get that access to looking at over our 100 plus additional vehicles that are for sale. So like I said, your dream car could be sitting on our sales floor. Now, if you have questions that you need answered, by all means, give us a call, 763-428-7337, and we will do our very best to answer any question you have on this car or any of our other inventory in stock. Now, as I also would suggest, if anyone has one of these kind of cars, join the National Cadillac Club, join the local classic car club, whatever, because you always get together with people that have same interests as you, and if you need some questions answered, sometimes they're a good source for that as well. Now, we can ship cars all over the United States. We have access to shipping to California, Florida, Texas, you name it. We can help arrange that for you or get that started. We can also get you in the directions if you're saying, I got to finance this car because I would like to have it, but my local bank doesn't know anything about 1976 cars. I mean, they're 10 years or older, they don't even touch. Well, we have several very good sources that we've used for many, many years that can help you finance your dream collector car. So this can be sitting in your garage for you to sit and wax and polish it. Well, with that being said, this is just one of those cars, the last of the big cars. I mean, I'm a big fan of the big Cadillacs, own several myself. Just a really great car to go down the road, and it's very, very fun to own and drive. If you're looking for one, we've had it right here on the sales floor of Ellingson's. Remember that website being ellingsonmotorcars.com. We'll see you next time, and thanks for watching again. Bye-bye.